The other day, I watched a Steven Seagal film called... What's it called again?
Against the Dark.
Oh my goodness, what a film this is. This film is a Steven Seagal classic. When I say watch it, oh, you need to watch it now. As the fighting is something else. But let me just say what the film is about. It's basically Steven Seagal is Blade from Wish in a apocalyptic vampire world, and he's a hunter who has to save the day by going to a hospital that looks like a hotel. But to start off this film, you see a lad, a poor little lad, bless him, in this poor little apocalyptic world, running to what sounds like dogs. They don't even sound like vampires. It literally sounds like... I've never heard anything so bad. They literally sound like... And then Steven Seagal turns up, saves the day. Already, there's action. Steven Seagal comes through, saves the day, and he's doing his all-time classic moveset, his little dodgers. And he does one dodge, and one of his little hunter teammates has time to pull out a knife and kill the vampire. It literally takes her 10 seconds to do this. Then we see another group, not hunters by the way, climb through a hospital window looking for safety. We see that, and then all of a sudden we see another group, two other people, and this woman, bless her, is having nightmares. I say nightmares. It sounds like she is having an orgasm whilst having this nightmare. I have never seen a nightmare like it. And then he's there like, hey, look, come on, we need to get out of here. We need to go. We need to go. And then they find the group that's just climbed through the window. Also, whilst this is happening, we see someone, what looks to be carving her teeth. And then slits some poor bloke's neck. This is most probably the coolest shot of the film. Grabs a cup, grabs a mug, puts it under the blood, and drinks it like it's a cup of hot jug, a cup of tea. Just starts sipping on it like, yeah, oh, nice and warm this is. I tell you what, yeah, I might get a bit more of this later. But yeah, back to the two people that I've now met with the other group. They're talking about, okay, we need to get out of here. We need to find a way to escape this hospital. How are we going to do this? Well, there is only one way. Only one way to do it, even though we've just seen the first group climb through a fucking window to get in. Oh no, but it's too unsafe. It's too unsafe outside. Trust me, the way that we're going, it's safe. Apparently. And then all of a sudden, we see another action scene, but it's not with Steven Seagal. The best way to describe this bloke is he is Steve Blackman, if you remember him, the Lethal Weapon, because Steven Seagal does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. And Seagal's just basically, all the way throughout the film pretty much goes, alright, just make sure you do that, okay, yeah, just don't take long, and make sure you come back.
Taggart, you clear that area, make a clean sweep. Understand?
Steven Seagal mumbles throughout this film. Mumbles his way through this film, where you cannot understand what he's saying. And then we see one of the greatest jump kills by Steve Blackman. Jumps for literally no reason. Goes, ah, and then chops somebody's head off in an instant. Like, this is what Steven Seagal should be doing. But yet all he's doing throughout the film is walking. The other group, by the way, we go back to the other group. And this woman, you know, tries to comfort this kid by going, hey, listen, look, don't worry, I'll make sure that you're protected. We're going to get through this. We're all going to survive. When she said that, let me tell you something. I knew she was a fucking goner. I knew it.
Hey, come here.
She's going to die. She's going to say, I'll protect you. Don't worry.
We'll protect each other.
Yeah, told you. She's gone. She ain't protecting fucking no one. You could tell. You could tell that was going to happen. All right, don't you worry, love. We'll make sure you're all right. Yeah, She's definitely going to die in this film. The only person that can get away with that is Steven Seagal himself. If Steven Seagal said that, alright, fair enough. Everyone will survive. Hey, listen, don't you worry, I'm going to show everybody's going to be okay. And mumbles that, then I would believe it. But just after this, two of the blokes go to the toilet, go to have a little break. The best way to describe it is one of the vampires comes out of the shitter. It's the best way to describe it. Oh, this film is so jarring as well. It is so jarring because that happens. Then it goes back to Steven Seagal's group, walking through the hospital. Then it goes back to the other group, and they're walking. All this film is walking. Anyway, after, you know, the vampire comes out of the shitter and attacks these two poor blokes, one of the gang, Ricky, gets cut. And everyone realises it. They're like, oh my God, Ricky, you're cut. What happened? Are you okay? They're going to be able to smell the blood. Ricky, why didn't you say anything? They don't even check if it's a bite or an infection. They just leave him to it. All right, yeah, listen, look, Ricky's cut. We'll let him keep eating. Then it goes back to Seagal, and he's walking. He's only had one fucking action scene, and it's not even him. Well, technically two if you include the fucking start of the film. But this film, honestly, is 99.9% walking. Now, we go to another group. Welcome to Hell motherfucker Keith David arrives. And he is having the performance of a lifetime so far. But this is the bit where it gets even worse. Because, basically, Steven Seagal has got someone in next to Keith David. I can't remember the character's name. But he's there like, look, I've got hunters. There's hunters around this area. Keith David wants to blow up this area. We got that from the first scene he comes in. Right, look, we need to take this place out. There's too many vampires around here. We need to blow this place up. But there's hunters. We need to blow this place up. But there may be people. We need to blow this place up. Keith David and this other actor, they fucking do this. They do this for fucking 4 to 5 scenes. They keep doing this. It's absolutely baffling. Hey, listen, look, come on. This place is going to get blown up. Look, I got to remind you, Keith, there's hunters here. Listen, I don't like it as much as you, but we need to blow this place up. Oh, fuck you know. I'm just going around in circles. Come on, Keith. We've got to make sure that these people are safe. Now we go back. We go back to not Steven Seagal's group, the civilian group. We'll call this group the civilian group. And the bloke goes, one of the blokes, they walk into a room and they go, what the fuck is that? Oh my God, we're in a hospital. It looks like there's a body here. They've walked past about 70 bodies, by the way. So I don't know why they're so startled by a body on a bed. What's going on? They lift the cover. It's a prank. These lot have been pranked by the vampires and get ambushed by the fucking vampires. Oh my God, the vampires are now doing pranks. Steven Seagal, 38 minutes in, arrives, finally does something. Finally, about time, takes out some vampires. But all his motion is dodging or moving his sword up and down. Moving his blade sword up and down. He doesn't even do it left and right. And it keeps cutting the scenes of him going up and down. He did this about 3 times. Moved the sword up once, moved the sword down once. It's like they've just copied and pasted that. And it's worked. There's also a chase scene in this film. And you just see people falling over for no fucking reason. There's a blonde woman that just falls over for no reason. And then a guy who claims to be immune falls over as well. Seagal then saved the day, I think. And then, quote of the film. Hey, listen, man, the thing about luck is you never know when it's going to run out.
The thing about luck is you never know when it's going to run out.
That comes from Steve Blackman. What a quote that is. And he's not wrong. Also in the film, the kid just keeps telling these bullshit stories. Bullshit stories. Whilst they're walking again, more walking. And then all of a sudden, the blonde woman goes full Ryan Gosling and stamps on a vampire's head constantly. Again, Seagal saves the day. Seagal keeps saving the day. the normal crew, the civilian crew, go, "Oh, who are you? Who are you?" And Seagal mumbles. I'm not even joking. He mumbles. He goes, "I'm Teo." And the most epic soundtrack plays in the background when he says this.
My name is Tao.
The sun's coming up.
Also, I just want to, I missed this bit. I forgot about this bit. The Christian bloke, he disappears. He just walks into another random room. There's a bloke in there, just looking in the mirror, and starts speaking to him. It's like, who the fuck is this bloke? What's he doing in there? What's he doing in this hospital? How's he not dead? And he asks, how many are you? Oh, there's about 6 of us. Oh, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, good. Yeah, you sound when you're with a bunch of people. Looks at him, and then it cuts to another scene. It cuts to another scene, and you hear, psh. You hear a punch sound effect, but you don't see him throw a punch. So you don't know if it was like an accidental sound effect they've added into the film, or it's actually meant to be there. But it turns out it was meant to be there, because then Steven Seagal turns up, and the Christian bloke has been tied up. Christian bloke's been tied up. He's here like, look, these vampires, they're evolved. They're better than us. I'm a doctor. I've been here since all this shit went down, and my daughter's a vampire, and she's gonna eat you. And then you never guess who saves the day. Steven Seagal saves the day again. And the doctor goes, who the fuck are you and what do you want? I'm the motherfucker that's gonna do you what you've been doing to everybody else.
Fuck are you and what do you want? I'm the motherfucker that's gonna do you what you've been doing to everybody else.
That's most probably the best line Steven Seagal says here. And he fucking mumbles it. Also, blonde woman starts getting chased. Again. Starts getting chased. Also before this, poor Ricky gets eaten alive. Poor little Ricky here. The guy who's been cut, they didn't know if he was infected. Turns out he was. Like, he starts getting visions of vampires, and he's here like, oh my god, what is going on? The suspense. We'll zoom in on some mannequin's tits. He gets eaten alive. First person to actually fucking die from this group. My god, we're about an hour in. But then the blonde woman who was with Ricky gets chased. And then starts having a fucking chinwag with a vampire. These vampires can talk. Steven Seagal shoots him. Takes him out. Bash bash bosh. He's out. Scene changes again. The scene changes. I've already said this, but they're so jarring because they'll play one bit of music for one scene, and then they'll cut to another scene, and it's a totally different fucking soundtrack. What are we doing here? What is going on? But this time, Tin Pot Trinity gets taken out. She's literally about to walk into the elevator, and she gets fucking taken out. And the kids say, like, she didn't even cry out. Yeah, because she's a hunter. She's a badass motherfucker. That's what she is. But then this bit, oh my god, here we go. 10 seconds later, Steven Seagal's mumbling. He's out. You need to find the hatch. The hatch is the only way we can get out. The hatch is on the fucking floor, mate.
There's got to be a hatch here. We got to find it. All right, Tagger, get that thing open. How many floors down?
It's hard to miss. And then all of a sudden, the bloke who's immune goes, hey, look, remember, guys, I'm immune. I'll do this. Don't you worry. Climbs down the hatch and gets killed. The bloke who's meant to be immune gets killed seconds after saying he's immune. I was watching this like, what the fuck is going on? Also, after this, Seagal keeps going, hey, listen, he passes the gun. He passes a gun to the Christian bloke, and he just keeps spamming the word, you hear? Hey, listen, that's a fast gun, you hear? You gotta make sure you shoot him in the head, you hear? You know, you hear? He says it a good fucking 3-4 times. It's like,
come here, boy. Listen, man. I'm gonna give you this. Now, you take the women and the girl up top, head south. There's a safe camp there. Get everybody safe, you hear? This is a fully automatic pistol. Goes fast, so don't spend it in one place, you hear? Get gone and get safe. Come here, boy. Listen, man. I'm gonna give you this. Be here. Now, you take the women and the girl up top. Be here. Head south. There's a safe camp there. Be here. Get everybody safe. Be here. This is a fully automatic pistol. Be here. Goes fast, so don't spend it in one place, you hear? Get gone and get safe. Be here.
This is the most you've said throughout the film, you hear, and you're still mumbling. Seconds after that, the next hunter, the other woman hunter, who's not Tim Potter in here, she dies. She's done nothing throughout this film, and they tried to make it emotional. Like, oh my god, we lost one of the good ones here. Oh my god, we lost another. The blonde woman kills again, whacks a vampire with a pipe. She's done more than most of these hunters in the film. She's done more than Seagal. Let's just put it that way. She's been on business, just slapping all of these vampires up. Then they think they find an exit. The Christian bloke starts looking up to the sky because I think he can see some light, and he starts laughing. He starts going, vampire comes, tries to bite him. He shoots the vampire, takes one of them out. Most random scene in all of this. And then after this, we see a scene where Steven Seagal literally, he does the one motion. Just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's like he's spamming up, down on a pad. Up, down, up, down. He's looking up and down, but with a fucking sword. And it seems to work. He seems to take out 3 to 4 vampires. They find a kid. Woman goes, hey, look, it's just a kid. It's just a kid. You can tell this little fucker's infected. You can tell by a country mile. And she goes, hey, look. You okay? You okay? This is the woman, by the way, who said, hey, listen, look, we're going to be signed. Doesn't check if the kid's infected. Gets bitten on the hand, runs off. This little bastard kid does more than most the vampires in this film. I'm not even kidding. Does more. And this is pretty much right near the end. The woman comes back. She says a fucking quote. She's there going, listen, you ain't going to be better than us. We're the future. We're the future. She gets shot, and you never guess how they escape. They escape through the fucking car park of this fucking hospital. And yet there's loads of vampires there. It would have been easier to climb out the window and fucking forget an hour of this film. Honestly, I've never been so baffled. And then they go back to Keith David, and he's saying the same old speech like, look, come on, we're in the sky now, we need to blow this place up. Hopefully they've got out, hopefully they've escaped. And then they keep showing this graphic of like what's meant to be getting blown up. And it's like on a grid. The graphic's like a grid. The graphic looks like a mountain, right? That's being hit. It does not look like any hospitals will be anywhere around here. They blow up the hospital. They show about 60 shots of this hospital getting blown up, with the vampires fade to white a good 3 to 4 times, and then afterwards they show the blonde woman, the Christian, and the kid in the car. They've made it. They've survived. But look who is in the background. Steven Seagal and Steve Blackman walking. Yes, they are walking. They are fucking still walking. Throughout this film, all they do is walk. What a film. What a film.